What's up, film fam, and welcome to the Film Room Podcast. My name is Dion,
My name is Scott.
and today we're doing the 2025. The 2025 film, "The Running Man," directed by Edgar Wright and adapted by the Stephen King novel. And if you're new to the show, we start off with the episode by responding to listener reviews or listener feedback, and on the movie, and we get into the deep dive conversation. And then to close the episode off, we're going to jump into our award show called the Filmmies, where we give out 6 awards to the movie you just watched. But before we get into all that, we have to give our general thoughts.
General thoughts.
General thoughts. So, Scott, what did you think of the 2025 Running Man, the remake of the 1987 classic?
Yeah, 1987. Which I haven't seen. I'm assuming you haven't seen the original either.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna count as seeing. I've seen it, like I saw it when I was like a little kid, like my dad watching it, but I didn't really remember it. Not enough to remember the differences and stuff like that. So like it's basically.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was good, not great. I thought it was a fun movie. Especially the first 2 acts. I thought they were full of energy, very exciting. I thought the visual aspects of like the TV show in the movie and everything, that was really cool. You kind of expect that from Edgar Wright at this point, having seen Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim, like that kind of exciting visual stuff that takes you out of the movie, but like it's just fun.
Yeah.
I didn't love the third act as much. We'll talk about it. And I did have one key issue with the story that I want to talk about. And maybe you have an answer for me, but overall, it was good.
Yeah, I had the same kind of thoughts too. Like I thought it was a fun movie. I thought the action was great on the big screen. Like just watching it like in a theater. It wasn't. I didn't see it in an IMAX or anything, but just on a big screen versus just like watching at home. And there is like I had small character changes I think could have like elevated it a bit, but overall still a fun watch. And I can say it's a fun movie, but I can't say it's a full on turn your brain off kind of movie. That's what you usually think it's like a fun popcorn flick, but it's not like a turn your brain off. And we'll get more into that too. Like which I'm sure you agree, just based off some like the theme, plot points and stuff like that, where it's like it almost feels like when you watch the trailer, it wants to be like, hey, come watch this movie. It's gonna be fun, but like, is it fun? Depending how you look at it.
I think it's but as a Stephen King story, adaptation, you kind of expect that. You expect it to be a little deeper than just like being a fun movie. And that's interesting, like character changes. I'm interested to hear your ideas there, because it's funny, like I talk about like the third act, and that's where I guess it really turns into more of like thought-provoking and like messaging and stuff, and I was thinking, I watched it yesterday, like what would I have changed to make it better? And I have a couple little ideas, but like I was mostly like, like it was just okay. But like what could I have done to improve it? Maybe your ideas would improve. I'm very interested to get into that.
Maybe. I mean, this isn't going to my point of later. This kind of thing I'm thinking of right on the spot, so I'm just gonna say it now so I don't forget.
Yeah.
But I feel like most Stephen King adaptations work when they're a little darker, because it's a dark theme. Like they try to make it fun, but when you really think about it and what the movie tries to be kind of more at the end, it's not a light movie, but it advertises itself as a light movie and it plays as a light movie, but it's not. Like you could make this a horror movie, or you could make this like an intense thriller or like a drama in that. Like it doesn't have to be like this fun action movie, because it's really not. But I think they keep trying to make it to be that.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. That's just the nature of Stephen King stories. A lot of them are horrors and they have the dark theme, and this one included. You're right. Like it's dark, man. Everyone's trying to kill this guy.
Yeah,
there's
like
a lot of
it's
death.
Similar to the movie behind me, like The Long Walk. They took that route, but they could have easily tried to make The Long Walk like a popcorn movie too, and then at the end try to make it emotional, kind of like what this movie does. But it's like from this one, they're like, "Nah, we're gonna make you realize how messed up what's going on here is."
Maybe that is like, because you're right. Like the first 2 acts kind of are this fun popcorn movie, fun tone, light tone, and like a lot of action and fun stuff, moving parts. And then it kind of goes into the dark lies and those themes and everything. But it also tries to still be fun with like Bobby narrating while it's happening. And it's like, maybe you should have just gone all the way
with
the darkness at that point, or tone that down and just kept it fun the whole time. But like the kind of like keeping it half and half for me didn't work great.
Yeah. And I'm curious though. Curious what the family had to say. So I think it's time.
I think it's time as well. Let's do it.
Let's get to the family meeting.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the family meeting. If this is your first episode, what this is where we ask the film family about their thoughts on the movie. I asked the question on our Instagram story, I guess not even about the movie, but Glenn Powell. I said, what do you think of Glenn Powell carrying a movie? And we got our boy Kobe, no relation.
Hey.
He said Glenn Powell's an absolute movie star. He's in for it. What do you think? What do you think of him as a leading man?
I think he's good. I mean, I don't want to pigeonhole him, and this will go into like one of my points a little bit later on like what roles I think he does best in. I think he can work in a lead, and this is like my little point too, a little bit on like the what's it called, the slight character tweak. But okay. I think he has the potential to. It's tough when people throw the Tom Cruise thing out there because that's who they always put him beside because like he was in Top Gun and everything. That's like don't do that. It's like when a kid comes in the league and you say he's the next LeBron or something. Like don't put that expectations on him. Just let him have his own journey. I think he has a potential. I'm acting like he's a kid. This man's like I think he's like 37.
37.
I think
no way.
Yeah, but in acting that's still young though. You can act until like you're 60. You know what I mean? You could be Anthony Hopkins. You could be fucking Samuel Jackson. All these guys act like later into their career.
You are correct. 37. What the hell? He does not look 37. I mean, I guess movie makeup and everything, but even off screen, like in promo and stuff, he does not look 37.
No, he doesn't look old. But I just know he's been doing it for a while. Like I think he was in like he was in some kids movie. I don't know if it was like Spy Kids or something like that, or like, I mean, that's just as a kid, but like, I just know he's been around for a bit, like just in these, he was doing more like small roles and stuff like that.
Right.
But, no, I think he has the potential to be there. I think he's on the cusp of it. I wouldn't necessarily say like he's a star right now. Like off pod, we were talking about Timmy. He's not Timmy. No. That's another high bar. So I don't want to put that on him.
Yeah. I don't think he's Timmy either. Cause I think he has like half of Timmy. Like I think he's a movie star as well. I think there's two very different things between like a great actor, like an all-time great actor, and a movie star. I think those are two different things.
For sure.
Like, I think Timmy's a great actor, but he's also a movie star. Like off screen, he in his promo and stuff, he's hilarious. He's got that it factor. He just has that screen presence and like that charisma almost. Like he just, when he's at the New York Knicks games and he's getting on his feet, like getting the crowd hype, I'm like, hell yeah. You just want to root for that guy. You want to watch that guy's movies. I think Glenn Powell has that. I think off screen, I think he's got that charm, that charisma. You want to root for the guy. He seems like a nice guy. I like him. Yeah. I don't think he's an amazing actor. I don't think he's a bad actor, but so it's funny you were saying like don't put him in Tom Cruise. Like I kind of feel like he kind of is like that Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt kind of thing. Like I don't think they're great actors.
How dare you? How dare you say that last part? Yeah,
you're a Brad Pitt.
That's
guy.
crazy. Even the Tom thing is too, because as far as their career goes, and their careers obviously there's way more to look at. They have more depth in their roles. Yep. Like go watch like Interview with the Vampire or watch like The Color of Money and stuff like that. Like these guys when these guys are in dramas, they're not just action movies.
Magnolia, I've seen Tom Cruise in.
That's what I'm saying. So there's a little different aspect with that. Like right now, the way Glenn Powell is being is like this guy's like doing action stuff. We haven't really seen him do. He did a rom-com with Sydney Sweeney, like everyone's favorite actor or actress, and then. And then we haven't seen him do any like serious. Well, he was in that airplane movie. I didn't see it, like Devotion or something like that. But
Twisters,
he was good, but that's an action movie. He was good in that. I liked him in that movie.
I'm not putting him up there with them yet. I'm just using them as examples as like the archetype. I'm not saying he's on their level.
I'm arguing you saying that they weren't the greatest actors. That was my.
So okay, so if we're talking about greatest actors of all time, you're gonna put Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in there.
I'll put Brad, not Tom.
See, I'm not putting Brad up. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. He's a good actor, but like you putting him up there with Denzel, Tom Hanks, Like,
I'm gonna stand on it. I just think you haven't seen enough Brad movies.
I've seen quite a few Brad movies.
Well, we'll talk off pod.
All right. But I think on the screen, I think Glenn Powell, he's again good. But what these guys do have, they have a screen presence. You see them on screen, and they're just like oozing confidence and charisma, and like you just can't look away from them. Like it's not even like an acting thing. It's just like you can't explain it. But I think it's something you either have or you don't. And I think Glenn Powell's got it.
Yeah, I think the only thing he's lacking a little bit now, which Timmy has got the lead on him, is the off-screen thing. Because that's the you got the on-screen presence and the off-screen in the sense of like what's it called? The getting out of the movie niche. Like everyone in the movie niche is familiar with Glenn Powell and like messes with them. But like Timmy's like entered the basketball realm now. Like we were talking about, we see him at Nick games and stuff like that. He was on Theo Vaughn's podcast. And that's where like that classic speech that keeps getting reposted about like how he wants to be the greatest and all. Well, he said that as a speech, but he also like doubled down on that like in the Theo Vaughn, where it's like now he's going on podcasts and stuff like that, which is like I think it's an opportunity that I think a lot of actors are realizing now. I'm like, oh snap, maybe we should do that. Like Leo was on a podcast. Exactly. Like the film room. But yeah, come on the film room podcast.
Come on, Glenn. You want to be that guy? Come on, Glenn. I know you're listening,
come on the film room podcast. Yeah. He's got to stretch out on that a little more. And I've seen him do a lot of media, but he's got to keep pushing. I think his name right now.
I listened to him on a podcast, and he was pretty good. It's called The Rewatchables. It's on the Ringer Network.
Okay, yeah.
And he did it's honestly there's some similarities like to our podcast. They just go back and talk about old movies, and he was on an episode talking about the Truman Show, and he was great. Like he was just having a cool conversation, and guy seems like he knows movies, and I don't know. I think he's, like I said, I don't think he's on that level. I think Timmy's definitely surpassed him. You're right, but I think he can continue to grow and get there.
For sure. It's all about the next couple roles that he picks, and we'll see where he goes from here. But
yeah, do we know what he's doing next?
I don't know. I don't have it on hand, is what I should say. Like I don't have a note of it. Are you searching it up right now?
Yeah, but I don't know if let's see what IMDb says.
I'm seeing Top Gun 3 in development.
Oh.
But I don't know how. There's nothing official on that. He's got a Chad Powers show that came out, like that TV.
So a whole bunch of untitled stuff.
Yeah, so he's sitting for a bit.
All right. We'll see.
He's being strategic with his next projects. So we'll see.
We'll see.
So I guess that wraps the family meeting. I have a question. Now we're getting into our deep dive of the movie. Is Taz, we're talking about Glenn Powell. How did you think about what did you think about his character?
I think
Ben Richards.
Ben Richards. I mean, Vin Diesel type, family first guy. Family is everything. But I mean, I like that he was kind of a vehicle for an uprising, kind of like that Katniss Everdeen type character as well.
Yeah.
Like this is very similar to the Hunger Games and
the Truman Show, like you just mentioned.
True.
It's a mix of both.
That's a good point. Yeah, good. I mean, they're not trying to kill Truman, but
no. But I just mean the fact that everyone's watching. Everyone's watching him. Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. But yeah, I think it's interesting that he kind of embodies like the poor people. Like in this movie, there very clearly is a line, like a border between like the poor and the rich.
Yeah.
And he's like that symbol for them. But like as far as his motivations, just being like family, like it's pretty linear. Like he has his one thing that he's trying to do, and he sticks to it. I wouldn't say there was a lot of layers to him, but like. What he was there to do, I think he did pretty all right.
Yeah, that's fair. And like that was my kind of like my thing with him. Like I was saying, I liked his take on the character, and I feel like he had his best moments were like on those tapes, because this is what I was talking about earlier with like a little bit of a slight tweaks. Like I feel like when Glenn Powell is in his bag is when he's that sarcastic prick. That's like that to me. That's like his bread and butter. Yeah, that's his James Harden step back. Like when he can be a prick because he has that face, whether he likes it or not. He just like when the stuff they did in Top Gun was great. In Twisters, he was a prick, and I'm like, this is what I want to see. He just has that Thad Castle kind of look. Yeah. You know what I mean? He looks like that football jock, and it's like not saying he has to be that in every one, but like with this specific character, he was just so angry. And to me, it was just like almost like it was like there wasn't much sense to the anger. Like I understand why he should be angry just because like his situation. But we start off the movie with him just like being an angry guy, and like his wife's being like, "Oh, you brought her because you didn't want to beat him up, right?" I'm like, I to me, especially because of the way the movie went on with like us getting more depth and getting more like serious, like, and more things being fleshed out. I wish that anger got a little more fleshed out. Like, why is he so angry? We're just accepting he's so angry. He's freaking threatening to kill a kid. Like, you could be angry, but like a kid being like, "Hey, sir, hey, if I'm gonna kill you," I'm like, you could be like, "Hey, yo, kid, like, please be quiet," like, because it's a kid. But he's so angry that he'd possibly kill a kid. I'm like, I need to know why he's this angry. Someone give me like a flashback or like a story of his dad being like, you know what I mean? That was my only thing with his anger.
That's fair. I mean, I think that's a good point about like he is very angry, and that's established, but it's not necessarily established why. So that's a fair point to ask for that. Like, yeah, a flashback could have worked well in that sense. I think that I didn't really think of it that way, just because of, like you say, it makes sense. It makes sense why, just because we don't see it. It's still like you can understand that, like, okay, he's poor and his kid's sick, and the media and like the network and like all the rich people are just controlling them, and like they can't do anything. So it makes sense why you would be angry, but maybe just have a scene showing him like, because I feel like you're not born angry, right? So you'd have to like there'd be some kind of experience that like he trusted one of the police and they, I don't know, they hurt him or something, and now he's pissed at the network and everything. But yeah, we never saw that.
To me, it was just like I could have accepted him being angry, but I think the kid thing was the tipping point to me, because I was literally thinking about the moment of like, this is just a random kid, you know what I mean? Like, he was always angry towards the other people, but I'm like, sure, this kid might be like, "Hey, are you the dude from the TV?" But in that moment, is your hero gonna threaten to kill a kid? I'm like, why are you so angry? Like, why would you be like, "Yo, kid, like, chill out, like, I'll pay you. You're like, please be quiet." Like, I'm like, why? Like, not, and I don't think this didn't ruin it for me, but it was like it's like a small thing of like, I need to know why this guy's this angry, because now we're establishing, it got better throughout the movie where I was like, okay, he's not going to be this like, like, I hate everybody, like there's like this person, like, oh, I'm so angry. Like, I was just like, calm down, Bruce Banner, man. Like, you can imagine.
I mean, when he's threatening the kid, it's also during the show, so like everyone's trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So I would also understand why you're on edge. So that already just like elevates it. He's already angry.
Yeah.
And just now you can't trust anybody, really. You don't know everybody's trying to kill you. So it just elevates. It just kicks it up even more of a notch. So you're right. It's a kid that changes things. But like, if he's going to call you in, like, it's either him or you in that situation. And like, if he kills a kid, does that make him a bad guy? Yeah. But like, he has to survive so he can make money for his family. Like, it's a tough position to be in.
It is. And I think it got better as it went along. And like, at that point, I just accepted it, because then later on he started getting like more goofy with it. And again, I said, I think some of his best parts were the tapes when he was calling them like shit eaters and stuff like that. And he was freaking being like, "All right, today I'm going to kill puppies," and stuff like that. Like, just leaning into the bit. I'm like, all right, this is good. Like, I'm getting more than just an angry guy. I was just hoping at that point, I wrote the note. I was like, is this guy's going to be angry the whole time? And they're not going to tell us why he's so angry. And then we later on saying different parts of him. He started to be kind of funny, and started to be trusting of other people. And then like we got some more depth. But that was like the small point where I was like, okay, I got to mention this, because like that was still one part I was kind of just like the one tweak to the character where I'm like, I don't know. I just felt like it was just like this. He was just very angry, and I just wanted a little more of why.
In his defense, they were pretty good at rage baiting, man. Like Bobby, the TV host, like when he comes out for the first time in this introduction, which was edited super cool, right? They're like, it's edited like a TV show.
Yeah,
like we're watching the TV show, but like, yeah, that was really fun.
Was cool.
The timer and like the winnings that like pop up on the screen. The brother that like knows everything about the show and like it's just edited. He's popping out of the screen. All this fun stuff.
Yeah, that was sick. I like that.
Yeah, but like in that moment of the kickoff of the show, and we learn right away that they're lying about stuff, right? He's like, oh, his wife is a prostitute, and he chose to do this because he's leaving his daughter, and like we know all that stuff isn't true.
Yeah.
That would get you pretty pissed off.
No, for sure. That point, like all that stuff I understood, and I was like, and that stuff was killing me too, especially like when Killian's character too, he's like, yo, get like really scared, go hard out there. He's just like, I'm gonna kill you, and he was just like smiling, like, oh, you could have done better than that. They all say that. That's what that wave went to me. You're just like, come on, man. They all say they're gonna kill me. That's so cliche.
Yeah, I thought the in that same aspect though, just like with the kickoff of the show and everything, like the world building, which is important in a Stephen King movie, like this dystopian
world.
I was gonna say dystopian future, but it's actually dystopian present because it's set in 2025. True. The original book came out in 82, was set in 2025.
Yeah, and like in the movie they made it 2019, which is always so weird to when you see like an old movie post from the 80s, like in the future of 2019. I'm like, we're like 6 years past that. Let's go see what they thought what 2019 is gonna look like.
Like Back to the Future when they're like,
I was like 2012
and stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
it's insane. Actually, I was listening to Edgar Wright in an interview, and he was talking about like, man, in this movie they purposely don't say what the year is. Like you said, in the book it's set in 2025, but they don't say what the year is because he's like, I find all the time in those movies and books and everything, like they never go far enough in the future.
Yeah,
he's like, guys, it's not far enough because like we said, there's a couple examples there where it's just like we're nowhere near this dystopian ridiculous place. So he's like, we just don't say what it is and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, don't put on the poster. Like, it's nice to put on the poster because like it's like it gives it a date. Like, oh snap! Like that's what's gonna be. Like, I think even with like iRobot, I think it's like 2030 something.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is just it's. I mean, I don't know.
AI is
I guess
going quick.
That's iRobot's pretty extreme though. There's flying cars in that too, and we got not to go on a tangent, but I agree with the world building, and I like that aspect too of them. With like it's like that Netflix parallel, like it's very much like on the nose, especially with it being like a giant N, and I'm like, okay, so like this is Netflix.
I actually read an interesting fact about that because the N logo on the building is red, but everywhere else it's white. Like if it's printed on like the cassette thing that he's doing the tapes on, or like on the guy's wall in Michael Cera's house when he clicks that button, it's always white. So apparently that direct tie to Netflix is because Netflix ran trailers for one of Edgar Wright's earlier films, and they gave away the ending in that trailer. And he's
really?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
The World's End is the name of the movie.
Oh snap! Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never seen it, but I know that movie. Damn, man. So I guess this movie's not going to end up on Netflix.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's kind of funny. I didn't realize that. I figured there was some kind of parallel there. I didn't know what the connection was. I thought they were just using it as like, well, this is the biggest streaming platform because it just is. So like we might as well just play on the fact that it's the biggest one. And like if the show exists, this is where it would be, I guess, because like it's just the biggest. Which got me into another thing too. I don't know if you have you ever heard of the show Physical 100?
No.
So it's a show that Netflix actually has, which. It kind of made me think. I'm like, is this movie also kind of like doing like a thing of like, have we opened Pandora's box and like how long is it going to take for us to actually get here? This could become like some Coliseum stuff where it's you don't know. Maybe we go to that,
Squid Game stuff.
Yeah, but like they have a show called Physical 100. And basically, they get 100 people and they put them through all like these grueling tasks, and obviously to win money and stuff like that. And obviously, it's not known to the death or anything, but it's just like grueling stuff. Like doing dead hangs, like tug of war. And like wrestling, it's like it gets really physical. That's like the closest thing where it's just like, okay, you have to stop this guy from getting that. If you can get that, then you move on to the next round. But you have to stop him, or else you don't go to the next round. So like you literally see like these two people just attacking each other. There's no punches, but it's just like it gets pretty vicious. And I'm like, it's on that line of just like, all right, and we're all watching at home on Netflix. Like, all right, is he gonna get him? Is he gonna get past that dude? And it's just like, okay, maybe we're not running man, but I'm like, okay, like. People accept this, and it's just like, when does it start to become kind of weird? Obviously, the death is the crazy thing, but like, I don't know if we're not there, but it is interesting where it's like, okay, are we on the path to doing crazier and crazier reality TV?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's in our human nature to have physical confrontation and for that to be entertaining. Like you say, Coliseum was was a thing.
Yeah.
Even if you think of extreme sports like UFC, they're not killing each other, but they're fighting each other till one of them's unconscious, or there's timed rounds and everything. But boxing, even to a lesser degree, like it's just something that humans are drawn to.
No, for sure. There's another example I had too, and I don't know if you ever heard of the Beast games. You ever heard of the Beast games?
Oh yeah.
Did you ever watch it or see an episode or anything like that?
No.
I was like a big Mr. Beast fan. But I used to watch a lot of Mr. Beast videos, like on his early stages, like his crazy videos of like I'm giving like 100 PS2s away to random people on the streets, stuff like that. But I got curious about the Beast game just because it was promoted so big, so I watched it. And this one is not like to me. I know a lot of people hate on it because like the model of it. But like when you actually watch the competitions, it's nothing like the physical 100 where I'm like talking about like physical stuff. It's more like who can stay in the room the longest, like doing agility things, like trivia. Like there's not that much physical stuff. Like maybe like pushing, like who can push this thing over to this area the fastest. Like the thing that I think people get pushback from it is that it kind of relates back to this movie where it's like the people that go on that show, unlike most other reality shows, are like poor. So like you hear these people's stories. I'm like, oh yeah, man. Like I came on the show, like I can barely pay rent and all this stuff. Like oh man, like I'm like I eat with food stamps. I'm like, and to me that gets a little weird. Where it's just like we're seeing these people that are really down bad, and like they're like pushing to get this money, and it's like I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't get this money. I'm like, well, not all you're gonna win. So like a lot of you are gonna be down bad, and I think that's where it gets kind of weird when you start like grabbing poor people. I'm like, hey, you want to play this game? You want to play this game? Where that's where I think the Pandora's box gets kind of weird with those kind of reality shows.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like taking advantage of poor people.
Yeah.
Because they're in this situation, you just wave some money in front of them and get them to do like outrageous things.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what this movie's about.
No, 100%. And the one thing too, like this is just like kind of more of like a character thing. I don't know how you felt about there's a lot of character interactions. One of the ones I want to talk about is like Ben's relationship with like Sheila and like the kid. Like, I don't know. Did you feel like that was a strong enough connection? Like, do you feel like the motivation was strong there? And like just any of your thoughts in general?
We don't get a lot of it. There's the one scene at the start in their apartment. But to me, I think it's basically like they kind of just wanted to get through that to get to the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like you need that to justify why he's entering this and for us to care about him, not just like a guy that wants to win $1 billion. Yeah. Because if that's the case, then like he's our main guy. So yeah. And people are trying to kill him. We don't want to see him die. So sure, you can root for him, but like, you're not really going to care that much about him. So you need something to, okay, he's doing this to protect his wife and his daughter. And they establish that in like the opening scene, and then we don't really see them again until the end of the movie. And to me, like, it's not really that important to the story, even if that's weird to say, but I wouldn't say important to the story. I don't think it's important to the movie. Does that make more sense?
No, it makes sense. And like, it's an interesting choice to me. And the reason I bring it up is because the original plot, like he didn't have a wife. So to me, I thought it was interesting that they put it in there. And it was such like a small part anyway.
Right.
Like in the original plot was that like he was like an officer and they wanted him to like kill someone. And he was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. And they're like, okay, well, your punishment is you have to be in the Running Man. I don't know what like. So to me, it was interesting that in this one, they're like, okay, you're going to have a wife and then you're going to be fighting for them. But then there's not much really with that. So it's like, why not just stick to the original or add more of that wife dynamic? Like, I don't know why that became like a...
Well, I guess if you don't do it this way, then when you get to the end and Killian wants... Oh, spoiler alert, by the way. We always forget to say that, but I'm about to spoil something. So when Killian like fakes the video of him killing his wife and kid and gets him, he wants to keep him around and give him his own show, how would you do that if he's just like an officer that didn't want to kill someone?
That's true. I guess just like anybody, like a sister or sibling, but like, yo, we got your mom.
Or an innocent person.
Exactly. Because that character already established that he's not going to kill people that are innocent.
Right.
So like, hey, we're going to kill this innocent dude if you don't. Or like, again, I'm sure, I don't remember. I'm sure he had a mom and a dad. So like he could have just, he could always go with the family. Yeah, exactly. So, I'm assuming alive. That's what I'm saying. Where just like, that is your, that can be your thing. Which,
but I mean,
I don't know.
But if it's going to be your mom or your dad, then why not your wife? It's the same thing either way.
No, it is. But I was just saying that, like, I'm surprised that they made it, they added that element in here, and then it's kind of just like such a small part of the movie anyway. It still works, but I was just kind of curious to hear what your opinion on it was.
Well, yeah, I thought, like I said, I just really, you just need something. Like, it's kind of, she's not, like, really our main guy is our main guy. We just, all the other characters, like, are just side characters. There's one main character. You know, in a lot of movies, there's multiple main characters. Really, it's, I guess Killian kind of is a main character.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, kind
other
of,
than that,
but
it's just side characters.
Yeah, and I think what really makes Killian more of a side character is like we just don't know anything about him. He's just the lead. He's just the head of Netflix. We don't know his background story. We don't know how he got to the top. We don't know it. Like he's just the evil dude.
He's just,
which is fine. Yeah, which is fine. It's just, that's why I say he's probably. I see what your point, where he probably leans more as like a side character, because like we don't know anything about him except you just don't like that guy. I'm like, all right.
But even Ben, we don't really know that much about him either. We know he's got a wife and a daughter, and he's mad. And like, there just isn't a lot of character depth in this movie. That's just not really what it's trying. So maybe that's why, like in the third act, it kind of doesn't hit as hard, just because we don't know as much about any of these characters. Like even the hitman, like with the mask, he's like, take the mask off, and then like, this is supposed to be a big deal, but like, why does he wear this mask? Like, we don't. He's just a guy in a mask, and.
That's such a good point.
It's supposed to be a big, meaningful reveal, and we're like, okay.
It's like, I know that actor, but I'm like, what does that have to do with the movie?
Exactly.
It's like, oh, okay, it's that dude. Like, if it was like, to me, there's two ways you can go with that. One, it's a reveal, and he's got like a hideous scar.
Right.
I guess three ways to go. Two, it's a reveal, and it's like
Matt Damon or something.
I was gonna say Matt. Yeah, that was my third one. I was gonna be like, it's Matt Damon. It's someone big like that. Yeah. Or the third one, it's just like, what? I thought you were dead, bro. Like it's his brother or something. You know what I mean? But it was none of that. It was just a dude that took off his mask. Ben didn't know him. I just knew the actor, and I was like, okay, he's not hideous or anything. It was just like, why were you wearing a mask?
I was kind of expecting that too. Like when he slowly takes it off, like it's in every other movie when you have a big mask reveal, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's one of those reasons. It's either a big actor, and it's just like, oh snap, there's Matthew McConaughey or Matt Damon, whatever. But like, but even if it's a scar, then it's like, okay, he's a guy that had a mask because he has a scar, but we don't know how he got that scar, and like, is he self-conscious about it? Like we don't care about the character. Like there's just, I think that's probably somewhere where it's just, you don't care about any of the characters, which is why for the first two acts of the movie, when it's fun, who cares? Who cares about like where these characters come from and why they're doing what they're doing? There's like crazy stuff blowing up and these scaling buildings, and like this stuff is fantastic. And then when it slows down and he's like having this whole conflict with the girl in the car.
Yeah, Amelia.
I felt like that was a needed moment.
Yeah.
Like someone rich and someone for him to like confront, so she could like, they could talk about the differences between here and there, and like she could confront her reality. But like, again, I just don't care about her. I don't know anything about her. She's just a girl in a car, and I guess she's just supposed to be kind of like this faceless character that represents all rich people. But like, I don't know. To me, it was like when nobody matters in this movie and the fun stuff stops, it's just boring.
Yeah, and that's where it got confusing to me, and that was my point. Why, like, I even said the anger thing, because I was like, okay, like I would have just accepted the anger thing if you didn't try to give me that third act where it's like, okay, things matter now. I'm like, okay, well, the things that didn't matter, like this guy is from that first part that was supposed to be kind of just fun. Now he's trying to be serious. Well, now I got to take him seriously now, because now he's crying and he's getting more emotional. Why is he so angry? Not like, now at least give me that. Like I need to get deeper into him, and we didn't get that. So I was just like, all right, well, that was, I still say it's like a small thing, because you can still enjoy the movie without it. But like, because they gave me that third act, I was like, okay, I need to know more now. If we're gonna try to do this, if the movie's gonna turn into this,
right,
then I feel like we deserve to at least know that. But
yeah. Honestly, the more that we would talk about, I think that is the issue. Like I said, I realized that I wasn't enjoying as much laugh. I'm not saying it was terrible. Like there was still some decent action. Like when we get into the plane and the fight in the cockpit, that was cool.
No, for sure.
Like moving around the gravity, and then he like hits the wheel and the plane goes down. The gun comes up to his hand and shoots. That was sick.
No, 100%. It was sick.
Like all the conversations and things is just like, we haven't gotten this for the rest of the movie. So yeah, I think really just depth of character is probably the biggest thing missing from this movie for that to matter. If you just keep it fun, I don't even care.
Yeah.
You tried to do it, but half-assed it, so it didn't really work.
To me, though, I thought the stakes was still there. Like, that was one thing I did enjoy about, like, the ending of the movie, is that I was sitting there not really knowing, because I was like, I know he doesn't have a bomb. How is this gonna work? You know, like how is it gonna play out? Like, he's pretending to have a bomb. He's going on a plane with them. Like, how long is this stick gonna last? And then Killian calls him out basically, and now he's just sitting there. And then we get the whole thing about, like you mentioned earlier, about like, oh, here's a videotape. Like, we killed your wife, and it's like, okay, I'm like, damn, like, where does this movie go from here? So at least in that sense, I was like, okay, the stakes are up. He's got his options. Like, what's he gonna do with them? And where's this gonna lead? He's on a plane with all these guys. Amelia's on the plane. So like, I was at least locked in at that moment of not knowing exactly what they're gonna do with the rest of the movie.
That is a good point. Like, not knowing where it's going, and also just the whole aspect of, because there've been all these deep fakes and like faking what he's saying, and all, we just know that anything that he shows them isn't necessarily trustworthy. So when he showed the video of him killing his wife, I mean, he even says, he's like, I don't know if that's true. Did you just tell me this lie to get me to do it? Like, and I felt the same way. I didn't know if it was true. It could have been true. We know that they're terrible people. They could have killed his wife and daughter, but this also could very easily be a fake video. So I really didn't know. I did love, though, that they called him out on the bag. I was half writing my lazy award before they did it. I was like, you have self-flying drones that can record all this footage. They shoot guns out of them. You could do all these fake videos, and you don't know that that's not a fake bomb.
Yeah, no,
that was pissing me off. And then he's like, no, we've known the whole time. I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, no, I felt the exact same way too. I was like, there's no way, man. I'm like, it's like, it's just the way it's like that classic thing of like, you have like a fake gun. It's like, I'll pull this out. Let me pull this out. I'm just like, pull it out. Let me see the gun. Show me the gun. Yeah, we all have guns. Like, pull out the gun. Right. And it's like, you don't want me to do it. I swear I'll do it. I'm about to make a mess in here. You don't want me to do it.
That's exactly what it is. So I'm glad they just nixed that right away. Just be like, yeah, no, we know you're bluffing. Yeah.
I will say, though, that I did like to even go more into it. Even the Killian's little thing of like, he called him out on that, and then Ben has that whole Ben. I just realized it kind of rhymes. Has that whole speech, and then Killian comes on screen. He's just like, "We cut into your speech like 2 seconds." I was like, "Damn!" I actually thought he got it out too. I was like, "Damn, he really got that out to the world."
No way they were gonna let him do that.
Yeah, it makes sense that they'd never let him do it, but just the fact that he came and he's like, "We went to commercial, bro. No, I'm the only one that saw that." I was like, "Damn."
That is a good like a moment. It's almost like a reminder again, just like, we are in control here, man.
Yeah.
Like, it just we are the rich people, you are the poor person, we control you. Whatever we want you to say, we will make a video of it and put it out there. Whatever you say, if it's good for Freevee and it's good for our, the brand or the image or whatever, then we'll put it out. But like, very, very heavily controlled. So it's just another, because like, we get the close up of Glenn doing this whole speech, so we're getting the speech, and you feel like, because he was like set up for it on the show, you think it's going through, but like, and then it's just a reminder, and I'm like, no. So it is a good twist, but like, not twist, but like, I guess reveal, but like, I kind of knew. I was like, no, there's no way they're letting this.
Yeah, no, they're not. No, there's no way they were letting that slide. Do you have any, like, I had some points, it's just like small points on just like on any of those side characters. Like, we said that they weren't like fully fleshed out, but I don't know if you had any specific Because he interacts with a lot of characters. I don't know if there's specific scenes with characters that you had to mention. Something
well, there was a lot of like, I just think that like that's what's so fun about the movie is that it's so quickly moving, and we're just following Ben the whole time, and all these characters are coming in and out. Some are helping him, some are against him, and that's what's so fun. Like it's basically a hero's journey, and we're just all these side characters that he's meeting along the way. You know, Michael Cera obviously was great. The whole scene in his house, the two brothers, you know, even the little brother that you said like he was threatening, and then he's like, no, I get my brother to come, and he's gonna what do you say, he's gonna deal with you or something?
Oh yeah, something like that.
And he's like, oh, you think your brother's gonna come beat me up? He's like, no, man, I'm trying to help you. Why would you word it like that, kid?
Yeah, I know.
But then he comes in and he helps him out, houses him for the night, and has this whole bunker, and he knows everything about the show. Very convenient, but it's a movie, and he has all the tapes. And then, like I say, we run this video of him that's edited super fun, and he breaks down the 3 types of contestants they always have. That was a fun moment.
No, that was a fun moment. Part of me was thinking like it would have taken so much work to make these videos that he's post. Like, what is he to make a post? Like, this is just me like nitpicking, like being funny on it. Like, he's recording these videos and putting them on VHS. Like, these are such high quality videos.
Hey, it's 2025, man. That's gonna be when we get to 2025. That's gonna be we're gonna be able to do that.
Oh, I guess so. If 1080p VHS That's YouTube right. style looking videos with screen rips of him breaking through the screen and everything. I'm like, God damn, this guy is on another level of editing.
Well, they got to do it that way because like Molly, the guy that has the underground like gun shop and everything. Remember, he says I can't keep these TVs on the shelf. They're the only ones that the government can't control, right? So that if you put anything digitally, then the government or the network will be able to access it. So you got to keep it all on hard tapes.
100%. He's like, these are the only TVs that don't watch you back. And I'm like, oh shit, that sounds like some Big Brother freaking 1984 shit. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of, you familiar with the book 1984?
Yeah. But like, that's what I talk about the world build. That is just a little aspect of world. It's just a line. Yeah, but it's part of the world building to just like explain to us again how the control that the government has over these people. Even like when Ben goes in for the auditions the first time, right? He goes to the gate. They're like, state why you're here. He says, I'm going to the auditions, whatever. They open the gate, and as he walks through, there's like a spray that he's got to walk through. Like, to me, these little, that's like a disinfectant or whatever, because like all you poor people all there. There's the massive lineup around the drugstore, right? Nobody can afford drugs, so they're all sick. Like, the flu is what's gonna kill his daughter. Yeah. So like they know there's all this disease in there. So even just a little thing like that is just him getting sprayed as he walks through. To me, was another aspect of the world building, that a classic Stephen King dystopian world, and I thought it was actually done pretty well.
No, I agree. And every time I always watch these adaptations too, like I know there's even more and more depth in the book. So I always want to read these books afterwards. Like, I don't know if you know the ending of this movie, but I don't want to do a repeat of The Long Walk. If you do know the ending, don't tell me of the ending of the book.
Oh, yeah. My bad. No, I did not look into
I'm curious to read this book and see if he had a wife, like if that was something they changed in the 80s one, or if that's this one they actually kept to the book, or like how they ended it. I mean, I'm curious to see how deep he went into those characters. I know Stephen King doesn't play with his characters, and in this they're probably like, we don't want to go that deep because it's like we're trying to make this like an action fun thing. So they probably cut back on a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we just talked for a while, but like kind of the shallowness of the characters. So I'm sure in the book it goes way deeper into all of them. You'll probably find out why he's so mad.
Probably, yeah. Honestly, it's probably something to do with parents, because Stephen King he hates parents in movies, man. Like everyone always has dog shit parents in his, at least from the ones I've read.
Hey, Ben's a good parent.
That is true. But
or is he a good parent? Because like there is the argument that like, like he's entering this contest and he's expected to die.
Yeah,
like you're gonna make all this money for your wife and your daughter, but you're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
And yes, if that money leads to medical care for your daughter and like safety and comfort for your wife, like those are good things. But then you're also taking away your wife's husband and
your kid's dad.
You know what I mean?
No, it's a good point. And even to go even further with it, like it's she said that like no one ever comes back from the show, and I wonder because like we learned that even Evan was like someone that was on there, and then he changed into his own thing. So like I guess we don't know the past 6 seasons because I think this is like season 7 or something. Like there's been 6 seasons of like either everyone dies or like they just get a spin-off show or something like that. So she's like, there's no coming back. Like even if you win, you lose, you die, you win, they're gonna try to give you another show, and until you probably die on that, he's gonna work with them forever. So like you enter this, we're never gonna get you back, and he still did anyway. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, Killian was pretty convincing, I will say.
He was
in that meeting because Ben, you know, he does the tryouts. They're like, "Oh, you're going for the running man." He's like, "I'm not doing the running man." Goes into the office, fuck you, all that shit, and he's just like, the money talks, right? He seems like, look at even if you last a week, your family will be good.
Yeah.
And he was even saying, you know, like you can use this to make them pay. Like he was almost kind of building up his own adversary, right? Of like, you could make all the people that control you, i.e. me, you can make us pay in cash. Yeah. So I guess we're paying, but I mean, this is also what you want. I don't know. He was
convincing. No, I agree. I will give him that. And to go with even like I want to touch back on like the Michael Cera thing too, because I did like the Michael Cera part too. Like he had his moment as he was getting the goons with the like all the setup traps that he had, and
the water gun, bro.
Oh yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Staring at him, pumping the water gun.
And even just how mad Ben was getting with him as he was just like, why are we upstairs? He's like, why we're still in the house? What's going on? Like that bit was, I thought that was a pretty funny bit. That had me laughing at that point.
It was funny, but I was almost expecting Michael Cera to like do the Michael Cera thing, to be like an awkward.
Same. That's literally my point. Guy. I was surprised. That was another one of my little tweaks too. I was like, I like Michael Cera, and like I thought he was funny in this, but I'm like, it was weird he wasn't doing the Michael Cera thing. Right. We're talking about like Superbad, freaking Scotty Pilgrim. Scotty Pilgrim, literally the same director and everything. He's like, yo, dude, you want to do your thing? He's like, I want to do something different in this movie. Yeah. All right, cool, I guess.
Let me get a fuck ass beard and be actually a badass for once.
Yeah, I don't know why he's rocking that neck beard. That's not it, man.
It's not good.
It's not good. I mean, it goes with the character. I hope he's just not rock. I don't know if he's just rocking that in his day. I mean, it's Michael Cera. It doesn't really matter. I mean, fun little anecdote. Well, one of the girls that I used to train when I was a personal trainer in Brampton, she was related to Michael Cera and like close. Her daughter was like when I was training her daughter was getting babysat by him.
Damn,
that's how close they were. Yeah,
that's cool.
No, yeah, I didn't know he was from. He's from Brampton. I had
no idea.
Neither did I.
Oh wow!
It was until I was training. I was like, you know, Michael Cera's from, like, he came out. He's like, he's from here. I'm like, oh, I mean, obviously doesn't live here now, right? Because now he's a Hollywood dude. He's just, ever since Superbad and all that stuff, he just went over to Hollywood, and he's been that well, the 2000s when he was at his doing his biggest damage, but
right,
he's a name. We're establishing him.
Did you ask her if he's like that in real life, like the Michael Cera thing? I feel like that's.
No, that's a bit. No, that's like it's kind of like a bit. Yeah, she said he's not really like that. Okay. Which I remember I did ask that. I was like, is he kind of? She's like, no, that's like his bit. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's good. It's a good bit.
It is, yeah, for sure.
It's a good bit. But I wish we got it in this because I feel like that could have worked perfectly. He's just.
But at the same time, like for what he does, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, like, he's the leader of the revolution, and he's like,
that's true.
He's building bombs, and he's got his whole house ready to mess up a whole bunch of goons, and then he gets to mess up the goons. I guess he's not physically fighting them. He's just using all the traps that he's like Home Aloneing them, basically. Yeah. But I don't know if he was like running around the house like all weird and like, oh, sorry guys, like I just really hate you. Like I feel like this doesn't really make sense.
Nah, you're right. I'm sure if we had some time, we could write up a nice script for it.
Oh, for sure.
But
you're right,
because that's what we do on here. We're always brainstorming role like scenes and stuff like that. But you're right. On the surface, yeah, it'd be a tough it'd be a tough sell for what his character was.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, you could just go a different direction with his character. He doesn't have to be. He could still be the leader of the revolution. Be like, this guy. My dad was a cop, and then you could still have that whole backstory. We learn why he's pissed.
Yeah, that is true.
But like, and it wouldn't necessarily have to be booby traps. It could just be like, okay, let's escape to the basement, and I don't know. But then that guy shows up in the basement. I was not expecting that.
Oh yeah, me neither. That was a bit. That's what I'm saying. This movie had a couple of things I was like, oh snap, I didn't see that coming. Freaking, he got like Ben got stabbed.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh snap. I'm like, I don't think he's about to die in this moment or anything, but I'm like, that's definitely gonna hold him back in this game. I don't know where we go from here. And I actually wasn't sure if he was actually gonna shoot the dude or not, because again, Ben's an angry dude. We've seen him.
But his anger is always correctly placed. I will say that. He is an angry dude, but he's mad at the system, at the control, the rich people, like the network.
Yeah.
So, and also I think because Killian told him to do that, that's probably another reason why he's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
don't want to. Just like a kid, you tell them not to do something, that's exactly what they want to do. So he's like, you tell him to do that, he's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to kill this guy. And then 10 minutes later, he kills him.
Yeah.
But on his own accord. On his own accord.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm going to kill him when I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Not when you ask me.
Not when it's good for your TV show, guy.
Exactly.
Not when you cue me.
Which, again, that was on TV, and I bet that's probably a better kill anyway. The way that looked.
An explosion, a bridge explosion with a dive into the water is way better than just a headshot to a guy sitting on the ground. But another thing, Michael Cera.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't even know what his character is. We're just calling him Michael Cera. He cut the guy's leg, and then when he shows up in the car, I'm like, how the hell did he just get? He's driving a car right now. He has no Achilles. What? Yeah. How is this happening? And also,
that was nasty. I forgot that's how they got him.
And then his boss told this guy to shoot you in the head,
and you're still working for him.
Like, what's going on? What are you doing?
It's a very good point. And don't even get me started on freaking Michael Cera's mom. What a freaking lunatic, man. I want to watch them kill him. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with her?
She's been brainwashed by the network, man. She's been watching the show like, I hate it, right? She sees the video of Ben saying,
like
my wife's a whore. I'm gonna kill everyone. Yeah, I hate all you guys. That's what it is, right? So she's like, I hate him. I want to call them. It's him. Get him.
Oh my goodness, that was cracking me up too. That was absolutely hilarious. Is that Oscar saying what's up?
That's Oscar. He enjoyed that. He enjoyed that scene too.
My last thing that I have to say, and this is just more of a nod to Michael Cera on our last little Michael Cera bit. I have to mention this too because I mean, actually, no, I'm going to mention it because I just brought it up. But
okay,
all-time favorite line, not just of that movie, of any movie, and it's just a line that sticks with me all the time. And I'm building it up just because it's something that sticks with me, so I got to build it up. In the movie Scotty Pilgrim, and it ties to Edgar Wright because that's his movie too.
Mm-hmm. There's
a scene when he's with the girl, I forget her name. And I don't know why, it's a stupid joke, but I love it. They're embracing, they're having a little romantic montage, and she's about to kiss him, and like there's like kind of like a pause moment, and she's like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "I've never kissed a guy before," and he says, "Me neither." It's so stupid.
But it would have been Michael Cera said like, "Oh, me neither."
Yeah,
like, it would have been so like weird and soft, and
it's so stupid, but I don't know, it just works so well because it's so unexpected, because just like that's the perfect thing to say, just to break the ice, to break the awkwardness, because it's like, oh, that's funny because you haven't kissed a guy either, but it's like you're trying to relate, but I don't know, it's just stupid and I love it. And because we were talking about Michael Cera and this is a Edgar Wright movie, I had to bring it up.
Nice.
And I'll probably spoil my quote of the movie if we ever do that movie, to be honest.
Yeah,
you already know.
That's true. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. It doesn't always have to be an exciting thing. I will say there was so I have a couple points. There is one a missed opportunity, I think. For a funny moment. It's in the scene when Ben is scaling the wall. He goes up to the roof. Yeah, in the towel.
Yeah.
And his feet are on the wall and his like legs are spread. I was like, you got to cut to someone inside that like opens the window and goes, "Whoa!" You like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was. I was waiting for it to happen.
That's such a good point. Yeah, because what was the payoff? Is like, what was the payoff? Really, I forget.
I mean, we saw his ass for a second.
Yeah, like that's not. We need a humor payoff with that. If you're gonna have a towel bit, you gotta have the humor. Like I get you wanted to show off he was jacked. Like initially, I was like, okay, well, this is our lead guy. Look, he's a monster. You know what I mean? It's like it's the classic thing. If it was like the '80s, you want to see Arnold, you're gonna show Arnold like jacked. And so Stallone, it's that same model. Let's show this dude jacked. But if you're gonna do that whole towel bit, he's climbing. They're like, and we're seeing people that are living there. I was like, you're right. That is a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I was waiting for someone to just open the window and I don't know. It could have been like a girl and be like, oh, or it could have been I don't know. It could have been someone go like that's crazy. I don't know. But and then even when he goes to the bathroom and then like they're coming up the stairs, that was a good moment too. I was like, what? How is he about to get out of this? He has no weapon. He's in a towel. There's nowhere for him to go. And then the door opens. I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, 100%. And the dude's like, go back to your room. And I'm like, I thought that was his room for a quick second. I didn't realize it was the bathroom. So I thought he was going to close the door, but he just ran. I was like, oh, okay, we're good. We're 100% perfect. I just thought of another, like a funny idea with the towel bit where it's like a dude is like, his wife's about to call him for dinner. Be like, honey, like dinner's ready. And then he sees Gun Powell. Like he sees the towel, but he's just like, not hungry. And then or it's like, oh, honey, I made your favorite. I made sausages. Not hungry. Close the blinds. There we go. Come on, Edgar. Right? Go redo the scene, man.
Yeah.
Put one of our bits in there. Put one of our bits in there. We need them. We need that moment. I'm gonna buy the DVD. I'm gonna see if it's in a deleted scene. Maybe it's in there.
Maybe. Actually, I heard him talk. There's like he said there's very little deleted scenes.
Oh,
like,
really?
Pretty much everything they shot is in there. Yeah.
Oh, damn. All right,
I wonder like. Is that just like sometimes the way it happens, or is that like very? I guess if you have a very very planned shoot and you're like, I know exactly like what we want to shoot and what we're gonna get and how we're gonna what the movie's gonna be. Because he did say that they were editing on set as well.
Oh damn!
So like, so he said like after a day's work or whatever, you would go and you'd be able to see kind of like what the finished product was. So I guess maybe that's why you wouldn't have as many deleted scenes because you know kind of where you're at. Like what I'm sure they weren't shooting it in sequence, but like, you would still know what you have and know, okay,
that's interesting.
This is good or we don't need any more or whatever. But yeah.
I always just chalk that up to like whoever like the producers are or like the company that's like paying for the movie or whatever. They're like, cut that out, like too much. Like, let's trim this down. That's why I usually always like attribute the like deleted scenes to. But that's interesting that there was barely any in this one. I guess like there was no notes.
Yeah,
everyone was just like, that's good, whatever, put it out. We got a schedule is tight. Maybe there's like just put everything in. I don't give a damn.
That's true. My last
point,
I guess. Remember, I mentioned I have one key issue with the story.
Yeah,
and here it is. How does Ben spark an uprising if the network isn't showing anyone the truth? If everything they're seeing on the TV is the fake videos and the fake clips of what they're putting out, how is everyone like in the co-op and in the poor section like know what this guy is doing and what his motivations are and who he actually is?
I think my thought was, and it was like a small thing that I was like, I don't know if that actually got to any of them. But remember when Amelia got jumped off the plane? He gave her all the books, and then as she was flying, she jumped out. They're all just like flying all over the place. So maybe some of them just like landed, and then like some people got them, and then it became like a passing around kind of thing. Like, yo, look at this book. Like, look at this book. That's the way I assumed.
But then that would mean that would all take place after the events of this movie. But while he's still running and going through the show, it's like Ben lives, right? It's Ben lives. Like the whole like remember he has the crutch and the mask and there's like a watch party outside and everyone's like cheering him on and everything.
Yeah, it's true.
Like that's during the show.
Maybe it's like because that dude that makes those videos, where do those go? Are those going? Is he handing them out to people?
Maybe
Maybe that's what I'm assuming. Because like, who's he making those videos for?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question too. I don't know who he's making.
Because like, I'm assuming he's handing those out to some people. Maybe that's just become like a, did you get the? It's like some old school shit of like old school like hip hop. Like, did you get the? Did you listen to that new NWA track or whatever? People are handing around tapes and stuff like that. It's like old school handing around tapes where it's just like there's no, they can't do anything digitally, so it's literally just like a hand to hand. So I that's what I'm assuming. Like at least the part now, because like I didn't really think about it until you brought that up of like the real time stuff, but I assume they didn't establish that. That's for sure. But that's what makes sense.
That was just my biggest question. I'm just like, how is this happening? Like, we as viewers would be like, yeah, like Ben lives. We're rooting for this guy because they're lying about him and he's actually a good guy and all this stuff. But they don't know any of that.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And again, it wasn't established. Like we're just speculating. I'm just speculating, or you're just speculating, like what it possibly could have been, because they didn't establish it. But it is a good point, because the whole time you're like, how are these people on his side? Because if all that the show is showing is that he's bad, so why are people? Exactly. How do people know that they're lying? Yeah, I don't know.
And there's even that little conversation when he's the blind pastor.
Yeah,
and he walks through a hotel or whatever it is, and those three guys like, oh, I hate him, or he's not going to last 2 weeks. He's like, no, he's going to make it. And what do you think, Father? And, he asks him, and then he runs into that guy that recognizes him.
Yeah.
And then they have this whole chase and fight and everything. That was kind of dope.
No, that was dope. But what was your point on it though? Like, what was your?
I don't know. It's just another like example of just everybody is talking about who this guy is, and actually even just point out another little funny moment when he's like, did you see the show? Like, what do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, he didn't see it. Why would you say that? What's wrong with you, man?
He's blind, you idiot.
That was funny.
That's another thing we could get into too. Like, that disguise was okay, but his first disguise, come on. With day one and you're throwing a mustache on, I was like, he looked the exact same.
Yeah. Yeah, we even see him in the train station. Like, there's a shot of him, and he's on the poster behind him, and he looks left, and he looks right. And it's like, it's a movie. I get why we're doing this, but like, come on, Ben.
I'm like, I know, like, it's all ridiculous, but like, at least like give him like a beard to at least change like the facial structure, or just give him long hair, give him like locks or something. The man literally just put on a mustache and he
glasses.
A mustache and glasses. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I should have I almost thought about putting on, see if I could find a fake mustache and being like, I don't know if Scott's gonna realize that it's me.
Wait, who are you? I don't know who we're doing this podcast with right now. Yeah, because even the kid sees it on the train, and he's like, "What's your problem, kid? I will kill your mom, and you won't even know. She won't even know what happened." And he's like, then he's just like, "No, your mustache is falling off." Steals his snack box, but that wasn't the best
disguise.
Wasn't the best disguise.
Just for day one is my issue. Maybe as things go along, maybe things go on, but like, I don't know. I just didn't like that day one disguise. I'm like, wasn't the best. I mean, we can get into the other contestants too. Like, I don't got mad notes on it, and one of the thing kind of leads into my awards. But the thing that doesn't conflict my awards is the fact that like, the hopeless guy. To me, that was just like it's just like a funny character to have. Like, part of me was running, I was like, oh, what is this dude? Like, this guy seems so clueless. And like day one, he just gets taken out. And to me, my note on that is like, if you're gonna do that character, you got to make him a little more memorable. And I'm booking our guy. That should have been Paul Walter Hauser. You should have put him in that role, because he would have murdered that in those 3 scenes that he got. He would have murdered that. That dude was just like, I don't know. I didn't really find him that funny, and then he just died, and it was just like, that was such a waste of a character.
Yeah,
you could have put way more punch into that. Give us like all humor, just ridiculous. He was just kind of clueless, and just like, okay, and then he was just dead. I'm like, wow, all right.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like, because of what you're gonna do with that character, go all the way and just like, make it hilarious for 2 scenes that he's in. Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, at least, what's her name? I forget her name. But I forgot the real actor's name. But I remember I've seen her in a couple things. But her name is Jenny in this. Like at least she got some runtime. She got she was wilding out and stuff like that. So she at least got to be a full-fledged in that character. But the other dude was just like, all right, we should have went a little harder if we're gonna do that with them.
I mean, the one thing I thought about with her, and I guess him as well, is like when we get the whole breakdown of like, okay, this is what they do every season. You got one person that is a legit contender. You got one person that's just trying to go out with a bang, and one person that just doesn't give a
hopeless.
Shit. Yeah. Wouldn't that just be boring season after season? Because they were literally that, like textbook. Like if it's that every time, like wouldn't you as an audience like kind of tune into like catch on to that?
100%. That's what I'm saying. It's like I was like, they said we were like on season 7. I'm like, that's like that's a lot of times to go to that.
Yeah.
And to me, I was saying this to Eloise too. Like as I was really thinking about it, we're going through the movie. I'm like, 30 days. I'm like, I have to be away. I have to make sure trained killers don't kill me. I'm a regular guy. I mean, I'm not. No, he's regular. He's just in shape, but I'm a regular guy, and I gotta survive for 30 days. Why are they just like a week? These guys are trained killers.
Because they don't want you to win, Dion.
I guess so, but like at 30 days is extreme to me. It could literally be even 2 weeks. Because as we were going through the movie, I'm like, are we really gonna stretch this out into 30 days? Like we're only on like day 7 right now. I'm like looking at my watch. I'm like, are we really gonna do all 30 days, or like how far are we gonna get here?
Especially when we find out that they've rigged the game so much. They got like these DNA scrubbers and like facial recognition and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's impossible to hide from them.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, 30 days is a long time.
But they want to milk it for the ratings, man.
But they never go 30 days anyway. Didn't they? What did they say the longest was? How long did they say the longest
19,
was?
19, I want to say days.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I don't know. Those are my small notes on the Freebie show. I'm trying to help them get better ratings, man.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know if the show's over. I don't know if it's like one of those, Killian's out, next guy up kind of thing, and now I'm trying to give notes for the next guy on the season for season 8.
I feel like it's probably over because like they took. I mean, you took over the whole set. That doesn't mean they can't just build a new set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm surprised they had real fans. Why are they not just paid actors? The people cheering in there?
Oh, yeah.
Why even risk it?
Because then you just have all the footage, and then like they pointed out, they just use footage from a different show. And
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. You're just documenting it all. If the live reaction is what you want, you go with it. And yeah, but that's a good point. Actually, you could just go with live actors, and you could just tell them to do whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying. But hey,
yeah,
that's what it is. Do you have any final points? I got one more stupid point.
I just got a little fact that apparently the money in this movie, the face on it is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, no, I actually did have that.
I didn't even notice that.
You didn't even notice that?
No, I was not paying attention to the money, I guess.
Well, I think I don't know if maybe you turned down for a note, but I feel like it was like a clear money shot. Like she held up the money like right next to her face, and then they almost did like a zoom in on his face. So maybe you just missed it. Does that not sound familiar to you?
No.
Maybe you look down for a second because they literally zoomed in on his. They wanted you to see like, hey, look who's on the money.
Sorry,
hey.
Edgar, I missed it.
Yeah, I guess you missed it, but
yeah.
No, they did like a zoom in. But no, that was cool. I like that they did a little nod. Part of me was thinking, I was like, well, that gets confusing because that's Ben Richards.
That's true.
That's Ben Richards on the money. So who the fuck am I watching?
Well, it's not a connected universe.
I guess so.
So it's not Ben Richards.
The multiverse. Yeah. In this verse, it's not Ben Richards. It's just another guy.
Just a guy that looks like Ben Richards.
And who is he? Is he a president? Why is he on the money?
Do they have a president, or is it just like the network is the?
I don't know.
There's like no. I don't think there's like politics. It's just authoritarian rule, isn't it?
I don't know.
Maybe in the rich world there is, because we don't really get much of like the only person we talk to from that world is that girl in the car. So we don't really know anything about that. And
I just assumed everyone was poor until she pulled up. I just thought everyone was poor. The whole world was poor. Too. So that even seeing that, I was like, oh, there's people that are like driving cars and are like dressed well and stuff like that. So like, yeah, even that I was like, oh snap. But
yeah, Yeah, I think it just depends what you're born into.
I guess so. My last stupid note was just the fact that it goes back to the Ben and Sheila thing. And my point, I was like, I wasn't buying the love connection just because why would Pearline go from Sammy with the sweet voice to Ben, bro?
To
It just
Ben?
it doesn't make sense to me.
True. After he, did an oral favor after she walked all the way from
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know if Ben is doing. He's an angry guy. I don't know if he's that caring and gentle.
Maybe. Did she get bit?
Well, spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen Sinners.
Spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen Sinners.
She died.
Sinners.
She did die.
Did she? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say maybe she gets bit and she stays, and she's a vampire.
Oh, true.
That's why she survived to 2025, and
that is true.
Now she's with Ben Richards.
That would have been how just like a little picture of Sammy, like as she's like flipping through a book. We just see that's too much. That didn't even make sense, but that's just a film room in the film room universe. Yeah, that's what would happen. But yeah, that was my last stupid line. I just had to throw that Pearline joke in there just because.
I like it.
When I saw her, I was like, "Oh, it's Pearline." Oh, it's true. I just realized I have the Sinners poster. I mean, we both have the Sinners poster. Is she even on it? Damn, Pearline didn't even get on the poster.
Ouch! You're right.
That's crazy. Well, we mentioned her.
Yeah. So we got you, Pearline.
We got you, Pearline.
Did we ever see her eat garlic in this movie?
Snap. She's
not about it in.
That's true.
In Sinners.
I don't know. But I think it's time, Scott.
All right, let's get into the filmies. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Filmies. This is our award show that Dion mentioned earlier. We got 6 awards that we're going to give to the movie, different parts of the movie, different people involved. And we're going to start with our fit check, which is the best or worst fit of the movie. There was actually a lot of crazy fits in this movie.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to hear who gets your fit check.
I actually was leading with a fit that I didn't like. And it was going to be my worst fit. I've been rocking with worst fits for a bit just because some fits just like, I wouldn't say offended me, but I just this one actually almost. I'm still gonna mention it as an honorary mention. I just was not feeling it at all. But our boy Bobby T, no relation to Booker T, he was rocking that I know of. He was rocking like that velvet maroon jacket. I thought that was pretty fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he had a lot of fits every time. Every time there's a new episode, it felt like he's rocking a new fit. And that one just stood out to me. Like I like that. Had like the white silk shirt under it. He's got the black pants. Very simple, but I just like. I don't know. I'm really feeling. I actually have a velvet shirt, not a velvet shirt, like a maroon shirt that I've been rocking with lately. So when I saw that maroon shirt, I'm like, I'm feeling maroon right now. So I'm feeling that jacket. So I had to give Bobby T that. It's the jacket doing majority of the lifting.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and it could have been like he has like a ton of fits. So
yeah.
I was kind of expecting him to get a fit. He got my fit as well. But the only other one, like the big brother, he had some flashy jumpsuits on.
Yeah.
He was kind of fresh as well. But I gave it to Bobby as well.
Mm.
And it is at the end, purple satin tux, black pants, white shirt.
Hey.
That is it was tough picking. It was tough picking because he had so many. Like even the first one that we see at the kickoff, he's got like the white suit and the hat. He throws the hat into the crowd.
Yeah, that was tough.
He had a lot of fresh fits, but you're right. The purple one, I don't know. He killed his role. He was so like full of energy. And just pumping the crowd up and everything. So every time he's on screen, he's like demanding your attention. And the loud fits, but for whatever reason, the purple one, I don't have a purple shirt, so that's not what I have a purple shirt, but I wasn't thinking about that. I don't know. That one just sticks out. It's just a good fit.
Yeah, number one gaslighter too, as you were mentioning too.
True.
He's so good at and just so easily being able to flip on guys, man. Like even when he flipped on those dudes on the live event, it's like, so Richard Ben's the bad guy. Okay, like his wife's a prostitute. Oh, like we're gonna kill these guys now. We're sorry to tell you guys that I'm like, damn, you work with these dudes. You're no hesitation. But at the end, there was hesitation where he's just like, nah, you guys, I'm done. You see what my contract says right there? What did he say? My contract says like F you or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Which I was like, that's crazy that you're being balls like that. Everyone around you has guns. Why do you feel so safe? cares what your contract says?
And I was like not expecting him to just walk out of there.
Same.
I thought Killian was just gonna shoot him in the head or something.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, why is he so ballsy all of a sudden? What?
Like, I don't care what your contract says. We'll fake it. Like we've done this the whole movie.
That was my exact thought too. I was like, what does a contract mean in this world? What the hell are we talking about?
Hey, kudos to him. He's got stones, man.
He does, man. And it's because of the fit. Just try to wrap it all by. The fit just gave him that confidence, and it's certified. It's certified.
Hey, man, you look good, you feel good.
They pay good.
Flip off your boss.
What's the Deion Sanders? Yeah. You look good, they pay good. You look
the
good,
better
you play
you look,
good.
The better you play, the better you play, the better they pay. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Shout out Deion Sanders.
Like shout out to Primetime.
Shout out Primetime. I gotta get my honorary to worst fit. It was for the Big Brother and his cutoff vest. I hated that.
That was bad.
That was bad. I was like, what are we doing?
That was with like a bright blue pants or like a brown cutoff.
And he was just at home too. I'm like,
exactly.
what is this?
Throw on a hoodie, man. What are you doing?
I did not like that fit at all. I was just like, I get you're showing off your arms, but for who? It's Ben, your mom, and your brother, like, and your sick sister. Like, what are we flexing for right now? What's going on?
And everyone at the network that's looking through Freevee.
Yeah,
he's got a baddie that's his network agent.
I guess so. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just didn't. I had to mention that. That was my honorary. That was almost my for worst fit, but I had to give. I went the other way. I'm gonna give Bobby T some love.
Okay, nice. Next, we got our Ferris Bueller Award. This is our lazy award. So something that someone did on screen or off screen that we consider lazy. Who gets your Ferris Bueller?
We literally just talked about this, and I paused what I wanted to say about it because I was like, I didn't want to say too much, but it's very short and simple. It's the writers for The Running Man, and it's for having the same 3 prototypes for characters.
Oh, boom. Yeah.
I'm like, good. Come on. Like, through 6 seasons of the exact same thing. I'm like, there's other things you could do.
So it's Killian. Killian's the one running this whole thing.
Is it? Yeah, I guess so. I guess he? Yeah, I guess he's the head writer. So I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everything comes down to him. So yeah, he's picking. He's like, yeah, you're my star. So like, yeah, he knows what he's looking for, right? So
and he's the one like in the glasses, right? Say like, we're gonna cue to you, and then you shoot him, and then this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna throw to Bobby T, and this is gonna happen, and so it's Killian. Like, come on, bro, come up with a different prototype or archetype for your different heroes.
And the worst is the hopeless guy. I would not want to see 7 seasons of that.
No,
because it's just like, okay, like why do we even have 3 characters?
Right.
Just show me 2 then. Like what that's so.
I don't even just gonna just day one. We shot him. Cool. Yeah. But I guess like the bloodlust. I think that's the kind of the justification.
Oh, you want to see it?
Like
you want to see someone die right away.
Right away, we get one, and we start off the show, and everybody tune in right away. Because if not, if you're like, okay, everyone's just going to be running, it'll take a couple days to even find people. We're not going to tune in for the first couple days of this thing. Nah, day one, someone's going to die.
Yeah, and I will give them this because now I'm thinking about. I still think it's lazy. I understand the model because like even like with Jenny, the Jenny character, and like that person that's just gonna live their wildest life, that is at least is open. Because someone being reckless could be anything. They're like, I'm just gonna go crazy at gambling, strip clubs, or whatever it is. We don't know what they're gonna do because it's gonna go wild, buck wild. So like that would just be entertaining because it's just like people are watching this like, yeah, man, if I had money, maybe I'd go that wild too. So you just get to watch someone just go absolutely crazy. So like I understand that aspect because that can at least change up and up. But I don't know the hopeless one. You make a good point about the bloodlust, and then you have your hero. Like, is he gonna make it? But it's still lazy. At the end of the day.
100%. And for sure is. And you know what I just thought of? We were talking about earlier, like, what would we have done with the Michael Cera character differently? So to have him do his thing, he should have been the hopeless guy. That's the perfect Michael Cera role. He's just fumbling around, being an awkward weirdo. He's like, am I gonna make it? Jeez, I don't know. I'm just here to try and make some money, and that's literally Michael Cera.
That's so true. They literally had Michael Cera in the movie, and they had the other guy trying to do the Michael Cera. Basically, yeah. I don't know. Come on, Edgar.
Come on, Edgar.
Maybe Michael's just like, dude, like I did Juno like 10, 15 years ago. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I understand that aspect of it. Like, we're telling Michael Cera to do a bit he did like almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, but, we're like poking it with a stick, like, do the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, Michael.
But it's just like, but we want to see you do the thing. Like,
yeah,
it's nice to do that little cameo now and then. Like, if De Niro wants to just like pop up and do like a gangster thing, there's no shame on your career for it. It's just like, hey, he's doing the thing. But
that would have been the perfect role for Michael Cera.
The perfect role,
and it was right
Cera.
there.
It was right there. He's probably reading the script and he thought he was him at first. Like, no, that's actually not. This isn't actually you.
Wait, I'm this guy?
Yeah,
I get to kill goons. Oh, nice.
That's a good point, though. Yeah,
I just thought of it. I'm
trying to get our guy Paul Walter Hauser work, but like Michael's was right there.
It was on set.
He was on set.
Honestly, just have a dual character. Just have him do both.
Do a Mia Goth thing, man.
Yeah,
Don't even give a damn. But is that Michael Cera again? And he's like, oh, he's doing the thing. I don't care. You can do it.
Perfect.
Let him do the thing.
Yeah, see, this character, like the one that's leading the revolution, that's like the name of the character. This guy is Michael Cera.
Yeah, two different. True. It actually happened to be Michael Cera.
Yeah.
That would have been a funny reveal too, because we don't see that dude till later. So we'd see him be the hopeless guy die, and then we'd see Michael Cera later and be like, "What?" And he'd kind of be like, "Wait, aren't you the guy from the show? Like, what are you talking about? I got a beard."
Or the mask reveal, and it's Michael Cera.
We just got Michael Cera in the movie 3 times.
I love it. We should have had him in it. Just have him play every character, man.
Oh my god, that's great.
Okay,
where are we?
My lazy word.
Oh, okay.
It's super funny. My lazy word I gave to Tim, the hopeless guy, for literally just not even trying. Like you're just not even trying. It's literally lazy. Like, I get it. You're the archetype. This is your guy. This is what you do. But like, it's literally laziness, and it gets my word.
You know what the worst part is too? He established that he's watched the show. He's like, I always thought the show was fake. So he's been on the show and seen the hopeless guy for the last 6 seasons.
True. Double, yeah. This guy's lazy as hell.
I just can't believe he was spitting game. Like, everyone says I look like that guy. I mean, I'm obviously more handsome and everything. That was pretty funny, but like, at the same time, just like.
But imagine Michael Cera doing that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, next we got our 6th man. This is our Peyton Pritchard Award. So someone with a smaller role in the movie that did the most with that small opportunity. Who's your 6th man?
I actually gave it to Amelia. She's the girl that played the hostage. That's why I remembered her name when you were like the girl. I was like, it's Amelia, and you're probably like, well, that's.
No,
I
actually,
remember.
I just thought you. I don't know. You had it written down for whatever.
No, it's because I remembered her name because I gave her the award. But to me, like, she had a small role, first of all, and I didn't really expect much from her. And to me, I'm giving it to her because, again, like, she had a small role, and it was like this specific moment that it was kind of like her just like giving like this great acting chops of like when they're on the plane and she started going crazy like in the bit of her like playing into the fact that he actually had a bomb. Like, I don't know if you remember, she was just show it to them, like da-da, like, why are you doing this? And even like Ben was looking at her like, oh damn, like she's really going into the bit.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had freaking Rebecca Ferguson hostage here. What's going on?
Hey, so when she did all that too, even I was like taken aback. I'm like, wait, what, is she still in the bit, or like is she out of it now and she's just like fed up with even being a whole part of this? And I'm like, oh no, she's doing the bit. And I'm like, damn, she's committed. So I had to give it to that. I had to give it to Amelia for that, which is actually like the real actor, which I forget her name, but she which actually I don't know if you ever heard of the movie Coda. That was like a movie that won like an Oscar a couple years ago. She's like one of the main characters in that. So I was like, okay, I'm not familiar with this actor too much.
Amelia Jones?
Amelia. Is Amelia her real name, or is Amelia the actor's name?
Well, I'm looking at the cast. There's an Amelia Jones, is a British actress. She is best known for her lead role as a child in the drama film Coda.
Oh, so maybe I said her real name is Amelia. What was her character's name? Where we at?
Let's see if we can find
character's name. I'm on IMDb. How deep down is she on the thing? Or maybe I just passed her. No. Oh, wait. Her name is Amelia, and then in real life, and Amelia in the movie.
Oh, so it is. Okay, there you go.
Okay, so I wasn't messed up.
See, so we could have had Michael Cera as Michael Cera. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, but she gets my award for that. What about you? Who's your 6th man?
I wasn't thinking of her like doing anything that extraordinary, but you make a good point of her like really committing to the like, come on, play it up, like this is a bomb, you got to.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
And she went in, and I was like, oh snap, she got me.
Good point. More Cera Glaze. Michael Cera is my sixth man. I wasn't expecting us to talk this much about him leading up to it, but like, hey, I have it written down. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
I thought he was just great in his moment. He gets to kick some ass. The water gun killed me. He was like looking like a badass with the water gun. And even what a shot. He had one line that was actually pretty badass too. Because Ben's warning him, right? He's like, no, like don't tell them here. Like they're gonna come for you. He said, one can hope.
Yeah, that was pretty hard.
He's like, I'm ready for him.
Yeah, when he said that, I got hyped because I'm like, okay, what's he got in store, yo? Like, I know he's got something because like he seemed like just like a wimp, dude. I'm like, I didn't think he home alone at the house, but I knew I knew he had something ready.
Yeah, I didn't know that he home alone the house either. He was clearly like the hot dog cart. He tells that touching story about his dad. Like, that's kind of crazy. We get the most depth on him.
Yeah, I know. More than Ben.
Weird choice.
It is a weird, interesting choice. I don't know. That's because it's Michael Cera. It's his guy.
Yeah,
it's his guy. So he's like, hey, Scotty Pilgrim was one of my early hits. I gotta pay you back. Mm-hmm. Give you some depth in your role.
Give you some background that we won't even give to Glenn Powell.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Next, we got our favorite quote. What was your favorite quote?
My favorite quote went to Ben. It's something he said to Evan. It's a very simple quote. It's not that meaningful. It's just something that made me laugh. And it was like a snarky. It goes into that snarky Glenn Powell prick persona that he does. Is like, I can't remember what actually was the line that Evan said to him beforehand, but his response was like, "Man, you're nothing but a Halloween costume."
That's
just because he's which I was like, like they're almost like teasing. I'm like, hey, this could be a Halloween costume. Like if this movie blows up, that could be a Halloween costume of a memorable character.
I mean, we're a little bit late. You're like,
it is a little bit late.
Almost a whole year from now, people are remembering that.
Hey, maybe if the movie was that much of a bang, I mean, it's out. We'll see. Maybe it'll catch some waves or something. Maybe it'll become a cult classic for some people. You never know. You never know the shelf life of a movie, what sticks with the zeitgeist and what doesn't. But I just thought that was lying because it was just like, you're nothing more than a Halloween costume. I think it also works more in the sense of like within that world too, where it's just like you're just a Halloween costume for people like The Running Man. Because if people like the show, like how do we establish that we like the show? What can we dress up? We can't dress up as any contestants, but we can dress up like this dude because he's the only person that like has a look and he wears a mask.
Yeah, that's a good point actually, and it kind of goes to our point of like this guy having no background and like the mask, not like. You literally are just a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to have this mask on. It's just a costume.
No, 100%. And that's why I think it's a good quote because it's just like he's like, dude, you're nothing but a Halloween costume for the TV show. And I was like,
I like that.
I wish there actually was people within the movie, like kids actually dressing up, like fans. So then there would have been some more to it, where it's just like we see kids like wearing that costume, and then him saying that, I've been like, oh snap, yeah, you're just kind of a mascot for the show, dude.
Right. Yeah, but we don't spend a lot of time in like the rich world.
No,
I feel like that's where it would be.
Probably
Halloween in the slums.
That's true. I don't know. It's a good
question. Can't afford. I don't think they could afford candy. My quote, I gave to Ben as well, and he actually says this twice. He says it to the guy that notices him as a blind pastor.
Oh yeah.
And he says it to the masked hitman as well. What's his name? Evan.
Evan. Yeah.
He says it to him when he's getting on the plane. He says, "You think you're the guy who stops me from seeing my daughter again?" I just thought that's one, it's tough. Two, that's also so demeaning. Like just the way it's worded, like not you think you're gonna stop me? Like you think you're the guy. Like someone is the guy. Someone can kill me, but you think you're that guy? You are not that guy. Like to me, that's just the way it's worded is so belittling. And he says it twice.
That's a very good point. The inflection is what makes it worse too. Because written on a piece of paper, it's just like, okay, yeah. It's like, you think you're the guy that's gonna kill me? It's just like, no, it's not gonna happen. It's like, you think you're the guy?
Yeah. You think you're that guy?
Maybe that
you're
guy.
Not that guy. Yeah, exactly.
Or that guy. You? I can close my eyes. I don't think you can.
Exactly. I'm literally blind right now. Yeah. And you think you're the guy? That guy had a crazy bloodlust too. He gets in the car, drive, get him, die,
oh my
die.
Goodness, man. I thought it wasn't on TV too. So like, I don't think, would you even get the rewards from it? They weren't filming at that point.
See, that's what I find curious too, because like they're being chased 24/7, right?
Yeah.
But the show's only live at like 8 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
It is. So like even when Ben's on the plane, and then Killian reveals that the bomb's fake, and Evan goes up, right? He has a gun to his head. He's like, I'm just gonna shoot right now. He's like, no, what are you, crazy? We're not even live yet. So if they found them in the middle of the day, what do they do?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. That is a good point. I don't know if that's a plot hole or if it's just something we missed that was kind of explained, but it's a very good point. If you're chasing this dude down and it's not TV time, so is he just basically safe? Is everyone safe when they're not on air?
That doesn't feel true.
Yeah.
That feels like that shouldn't be right.
Because it couldn't be a thing where a camera's on them 24/7, because then they could just find them at any point.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I don't know if we just found a hole or we just missed a point that was kind of explained. But
because like, what if Ben was in the basement and like he blows up the whole building, and he goes down in the sewer and just like fucking cracks his head and dies?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, there's our quotes. Next, we have our best scene. What was your favorite scene?
So my best scene is something we mentioned earlier briefly. It's the fighting on the plane, and it's when they're fighting as like they're floating in the air.
That was sick.
And he's kicking the steering wheel to like help him. And like you said, it's like he popped up and like he used the gun and like just moving bang. It was just it was such the choreography of that was like really like I'd like to watch it again too. Like I'm a couple months or something when they throw that on YouTube or something. Or the movie is just like that scene again. I definitely want to watch. Like that was unique. I'm sure. At least for me, I've never seen an action sequence like that.
No, I mean,
not that I can on the top of my head.
I was just gonna say we've definitely seen like 0G fighting.
Yeah,
but
like I'm sure it's been in a Mission Impossible or something.
Yeah, because
not quite like that.
Yeah, the difference is it's not just like 0G and they're kind of spinning around, but like it's 0G and then it's not, and then you kind of control it, and like when he kicks the steering wheel and then the gun just like floats up into his hand and pop pop, and it's in such a tight space. Like I want to see the behind the scenes on.
Yeah,
like,
true.
This is a tight space, man.
No, 100%. It clearly was like a built set, but I wonder what it actually looked. Yeah, I mean that's probably the first thing to try to look for. Just see the behind the scenes before. Like it'll be a while before I can find that on the internet, but at least like the behind the scenes of that scene, if it's out there, I definitely want to see that too, because that was. I thought it was really cool the way it looked. So and that's why it was my favorite scene. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, I agree. That was cool. It's not my favorite scene. I gave it to the kickoff of the TV show. I thought the editing is really fun. The way they edited it, like you were watching the TV show, like you're coming in from an ad break and the logo pops up, and then we see Bobby and everything.
Yeah.
Bobby's also killing. He's full of energy, hyping the crowd up and everything. It's kind of funny because this is just an exposition dump.
Yeah,
they're explaining us the rules of the game, but they're doing it in the context of the TV show.
Yeah, so it
works.
Yeah,
it just works. And we see for the first time like them lying about his family and who he is. And he's getting all pissed of it. So like because we didn't really know that early on, right?
Yeah, no, true. We didn't know the deep fakes were going to be part of the movie or part of that world or whatever.
And then to end it, they get in the tube and then they all shoot down and then boom, like all the high energy, the lights, the sound and everything of the show is over. And then he's just smack in the basement, table full of stuff, dead quiet. And it's just like, here we go.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Here we go. It's the show started. I was just right after that. I was just like, my heart's pumping. I'm just excited for what we're about to see.
Yeah, no, it's a great scene. I 100% agree with that. Like that was definitely. I was like the build up. I was like, okay, here we go. Like that. Like it's hyped up. Okay, they're lying. Like I don't know what we're about to see next, because I like there's no rules to this game in the sense of like we know they're gonna lie and they're gonna cheat. So it's just like, all right, let's see where we're heading.
And then Ben. Like we didn't get like a scene before the show starts of him like game planning. Like, okay, right when it starts, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna see Molly and I'm gonna do all this. So like, there's out on the table, there's some money, there's some clothes, there's different things. We're like, what's he gonna take? What's he gonna leave? Where is he gonna go? And then he just starts running out, and it's just wide open, empty streets.
Yeah,
and the camera's just like lifting and panning out, and it's just gets your heart pumping.
Good. No, it's good. That's a great scene.
Last but not least, we have our MVP. Who is your most valuable player?
So I ended up giving it to Glenn Powell, and again, I kind of struggled with this because as we talked about the movie, like we said that we enjoyed it. We thought it was a fun time. We didn't absolutely love the movie, and whenever that is the case, it's always like hard to get an MVP to a movie that you don't necessarily love, but you just try to find the good in it. And like to me, Glenn Powell was the good in it in the sense of like I liked his physical performance. I liked, like I was saying, I liked what we were getting from like the tapes where we were getting like that sarcastic humor and the charm. I thought he was pretty good in the emotional scenes, and like when it came to like him talking with Amelia in the car and stuff like that, and just being upset about like his family and his wife. I actually thought that was a really powerful scene too. Like I wasn't 100% sold because we knew that they were lying that they killed him, but I thought it was a really nice. Like I thought the scene was really impactful. Just like the slow mo of him just destroying the screen, and everything. I'm just going absolutely crazy. And then Amelia walks like, "What happened? Like, what's going on?" I thought we were cool. Like, what, you just freaking out over here? But no, I thought again. I said that I felt like the anger needed some more fleshing out. That was like my small thing, but overall, I just liked Glenn Powell's character performance. So I ended up giving it to Glenn.
And I mean the depth of the rage and everything. That's not even on him.
That's what I'm saying. That was my point. Yeah. It's more of the scripts and the writers thing. And there's like 3 writers on there, so I don't know. I can't say who is the fault for it, or maybe that's the issue. Too many writers sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I think I agree. I think the physical performance was really good. There's a lot of cool action scenes. Your best scene, even the scene in the like the building, the condo building where he blows the whole thing up. Like he runs and slides into the elevator. We saw in the trailer with the grenade right back at you.
Oh yeah, cool. That was pretty tough.
Yeah, I think he's physically great performance. The action was great. I think. Yeah, he was good in the like the emotional performances. I think
to me it's more like comedy. Well. Yeah, he played.
He was funny. He was funny.
What were you saying about the anchor? Sorry, he played that.
The anger, yeah. Just I think
anchor. They said he played the anchor. Like, I was like the anchor of the movie or something. That was like some term he was to throw on me or something. I like the anchor of the movie. I don't know. That's how I was like. He played the anchor. I was like, all right, tell me about the anchor.
No, I don't know.
Anger. Okay, anger. Oh, anger.
Yeah,
okay.
Because like you said, the moment when he's like they cut the sound and everything, he's just smashing the TV, and I suppose that's still physical performance.
Yeah,
I would say
no, it is.
Attribute that to his physical performance, his line delivery, but I think his line delivery more in like you say the
tapes,
asshole, like prick stuff, which is exactly what he is to the
Killian and
to the network. So when he's doing all that stuff, he's just like screw. Like in the testing stage, which is actually really cool. That when he's like they intercut it with him doing his jobs, like he's running on the treadmill, and then you see him like flip a switch to blow up a door, and then there's a bunch of water rushing, and he runs to the ladder. So like we see how he gets his skills. He catches the guy that fell off the rope or whatever it was. And there's the interview, right? Where she's like, okay, I say this word, and then, control, bullshit, network, terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And, like all that stuff. And his face just changes a little bit with each one. And I feel like we learned a little bit about his character. It's still the same thing, rage, but like we still, I think it was performed well. It's still depth to the character. It's the same depth.
Yeah, no, for sure. What about you though? Who's your
my MVP? I gave to Edgar Wright, and we agree that we didn't love the movie, mostly the ending for me, but I think his style really worked, like the fun editing style, especially like we talked about the first couple acts. The action set pieces were great. And like your favorite scene is a lot of that. I give it to the director. It's his kind of his vision. Yeah, I think they implemented some creative ways of him surviving. Like there were situations where where Ben is somewhere and we're like, how's he gonna get out of this? Like when we're not at the end of the movie, I know he's not gonna die, but we're still in a situation where I'm not sure how he's gonna escape. So I thought there were some creative ways of doing that, which is fun. Running the whole story, just running into different characters here and there along the way, I thought was implemented really well. And I think he did a good job on his parts of the movie. I think he partially wrote it as well, so some points taken away maybe for that. But overall, I think the direction was really good.
That was really the only reason I didn't give it to him, and I can't throw it all on him, but because it's like a tough situation anytime you have to adapt a Stephen King book, because a lot you got to cut out. And then there was also another writer on it too, so maybe that guy. I don't say
we'll blame it on that guy.
Yeah,
we'll blame it on that guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then there's also maybe the studio is like, we don't know the cuts. I mean, I'm giving him a lot of bones here that we don't give to a lot of people when we don't like something, but I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But that's the only reason I didn't give it to him. But everything you said about on the director's side is a perfect reason to give it to him regardless. So it's a well-deserved MVP.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It was it's the direction. I think the writing, could have been better, and he had a part of that. But he's the director, and I thought it was really well directed.
Yeah,
so
no, I agree.
Give him my MVP.
No, he's got a good. I've actually never seen Baby Driver. That's the one I got. One of his movies I haven't seen, so I definitely gotta check that out. Yeah. That's all I've heard from other people. It's it's a good action movie. So I definitely, and Jamie Foxx is in that too, right?
Mm-hmm. John Bernthal.
The producer's shaking her head, yes, because she's seen it too.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, so nice. So I guess I'm the lone person.
Well, yeah, we could do it on the podcast.
Yeah, true, 100%.
We'll do an episode on it.
At this point, we got to do a Michael Cera movie too. There's a lot of glazing happening in this episode, so a Michael Cera movie's got to be done at some point.
Absolutely.
But I guess that's it. We got one certified, so at least we got that. That ends the Filmmies. If you want to be part of the conversation, guys, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Film Room Pod, YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Search up the Film Room Podcast. You'll find us. We appreciate everyone who listens or watches. And if you like what you hear, hit us with a review. No matter if it's funny, serious, or weird, we'll read it on the pod. And we don't need $1 billion new dollars like this is freaking The Running Man or anything like that. We'll settle for a couple of stars. I don't know about you, Scott. How many stars will we settle for?
I mean, a couple is tough. A couple is 2, but maybe 5. I think if you go 5 stars, then it's 10,000 a star.
There you go. But there you go. We'll settle for that if we could pass that on to us. But but do you have any final thoughts before I wrap it up?
No, it was a good movie.
Yeah. No, for sure. I tell someone, if someone's like, hey, you want to go, should I go check the movie? I'd say go check it out. I don't know. I know a lot of people, I tried to, said this off pod. There's a lot of people that I know saw the original one and they said they're interested in. They're like, yeah, I remember watching the original one. It was a while ago I saw that. And I'm kind of interested in seeing the new one. Some of them said I'll wait till it's on streaming. Some of them said that, maybe if I got time, I'll check it out. So there is the interest because just I guess the name of the movie, it means something. It's Stephen King. It was a classic movie at the time. Arnold. So
word of mouth though is always big, I think, for especially people that are on the fence.
Yeah, no, it's true.
The word of mouth is kind of mixed on this.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed. Yeah, it's either.
I mean, we're contributing to that word of mouth being mid. So
yeah, it's true. We're just being honest. Yeah, being honest. And we gave a lot of context on it. We didn't just say mid. We gave you an hour and 40 minutes of actual
riveting movie
an hour and 30 of Michael Cera glazing, and then 10 minutes of actual movie review. But with that being said, I want you guys to remember, if people are hating on you one day, all you have to do is wake up the next day and remind them, I'm still here, shit eaters. And peace out.